Hey YouTube, it's your boy. He got issue 6810, and I'm here to bring you another comic book haul. For this week, I kind of focus on the theme of like red and black. That's kind of part of as what you see here is my grail of Harley comic books. So most of the books you'll see are toned in the red and black colors, which are my favorite colors. I actually have another vehicle of mine. It's kind of my project vehicle that's also red and black, two tone interior and exterior. So, with no further ado, we're gonna get into this video. Hopefully, you guys like. And here we go. First book, Amazing Spider-Man 613. What this is Marvel Comics, obviously made Spider-Man 613, and basically Electro is powers is going completely haywire. So he becomes an ally of Spider-Man to kind of learn how to take control of his powers. This is the number two of a three-book or three-part series. But I just absolutely love this color, man. Like I said, I thought it was a good intro for to start this one with the red and black colors I love. Very clean book. Got this on eBay. I think it was about $4 or $5. Wasn't expensive at all. All right, next book. Heard this on somebody's video, and I can't remember whose. So I'm sorry, I will give a shout out, but this is The Wicked and the Divine, and as you see, keeping in theme of red and black. This is an awesome cover. Her eyes completely got me. That's what bought me this variant over the other about 12 variants they have of this comic book. But what it's basically about is these every 90 years these gods, so to speak, come down and they get to live for 2 years. They experience, pretty much the life of a human. And what I understand, these deities, they take on pop star. I know it sounds weird. Take like a pop star kind of image to feel that the love from the crowd and the people. So again, I haven't read the story yet, but I absolutely love this cover. Her eyes are freaking amazing. I don't even know this character's name, but I would definitely do the research and find out. But this is by Image Comics. It came out in June 2014. This is the discount comic book service exclusive cover, and this cover is by Jamie McVie. All right, next. Heard about this one from Mercenaut. He has a YouTube channel. You can look him up. But this is Rachel Rising 1, first print. And it's by Abstract Studios. Came out in August of 2011. Again, black and red. It's real simple in this. But what it is, the main character, Rachel, she wakes up at sunrise over a shallow grave in the woods and discovers that, she's actually standing over her own body. So her spirit is going around trying to find her killer or find how she was murdered. So it's kind of like a murder mystery story-ish. Haven't read it yet. Did some YouTube research, of course. Got some art going on in the background. I did some YouTube research, of course, some Google research. And everybody's giving this book good reviews, so hoping to dive into it. But when I bought this one, it's going to throw my theme off a little bit, but I can't go without giving the seller a thank you. And about that book, he also threw in 2 more copies of the book. It's kind of a variant, though. It's the Halloween Comic Fest variant. I got 2 of those for free along with this book. And I think I paid a total of $12. It wasn't too expensive at all. But sounds like a very interesting story, and I look forward to getting into it. All right, next. Boom. Lock and Key. This is the number 1, and the variant here is Dynamic Force exclusive cover. It's limited to 3,000 prints. The story behind Lock and Key basically is this New England's mansion that has all these doors inside of it, and whoever visits the mansion, the home will kind of transport them and takes them to different various places. But it's also home to a hate-filled, relentless creature that's whole goal is to get all the evil doors open versus the more promising or positive ones for those who decide to enter. This comic book also came with a certificate of authentication. Just saying the same thing I already said, but just letting you know, hey, it's a limited print of 3,000. I was going to hologram too. Love those holograms. I made this video already once, but it kept breaking apart. I had to do it 3 times. So I said, I'm gonna just do the whole thing over. So, excuse my voice if I sound drained. I'm pretty sure if you made a video once or twice or a third time, you get what I'm saying. But here we go. This right here is Scalp #1. It's by Vertigo Comics. Came out in March of '07. This right here has actually been signed by the scripter, Jason Aaron. The cover's by Jock, man. If you guys seen any of my other videos, I've been enjoying the artwork from Jock and Witches, of course, Batman, and a whole bunch of other stuff he does. So, big shout out to him. Keep bringing it, man. I'm loving the artwork. But what this story is about is guys called Bad Horse, correction, Dash Bad Horse, and he leaves home for a few years. He comes back to the native reservation, and it's all casinos. I say of course, but it's all has casinos, but it's also dealing with some poverty and some crime, and he doesn't like. He wants the city to be back to basically the way it was. And from what I'm told, and from some other research I've done, it's kind of like the Native American version or Indian version of Sopranos. They say it gets pretty gritty. Happy to have this book. Got this from eBay. The seller wanted like 84, but I didn't know much about stores, so I was like, I don't really feel like paying 80. But they did pick up a TV option for the show. I did see that online. And so I like, no, it may be a good grab. So him talked a little bit, worked it down to about 60. Like I said, it is signed. I'll probably send this to PGX or CBCS and get them to authenticate the signature, so that way I have my own copy. It's not perfect. I mean, it has some spine ticks here, but glad it has in my collection nonetheless. So, Scalp #1. If you don't have it, get it. Vertigo #1 by Vertigo. All right, next one's pretty much a key. The Uncanny XMen 129. This is, of course, by Marvel. Came out in January 1980. And this cover was done by John Byrne. Hope I said his name right. It's the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat, the White Queen, Emma Frost, and Sebastian Shaw, which is also known as the Black Knight. I'm very happy to have this book. Only thing I don't like about it has some like ink blotches here, and I don't think it's from the seller or anything. I just think that the book probably came defective like that, from what I can tell. I mean, other than that, it's a very clean copy. I got it for about $20, I think. It wasn't expensive though either way. No, correction, it was $30. I just looked at my papers. $30 I bought this for. But I'm happy to have it, man. I didn't know Kitty Pryde was such a big had such a big role in the Uncanny X-Men or the X-Men in general. After I seen Days of Future Past, I started doing some more research, and she's actually a key player in the X-Men that I didn't know. So that's make me want to go out and get her first appearance. But it's good to get Emma Frost's first appearance too. Dropping stuff. All right, next up is Red Robin #1. This came out in August of '09. Of course, it's DC Comics. And this is basically Tim Drake's version of Robin on his own solo story. It kind of looks like Batman, and this is kind of cool. But Damian makes an appearance in this. Dick Grayson makes an appearance in this as well. And it's the first appearance of a character. I don't know if he's a villain or an ally named Prue. I tried to do some research. I looked at Comic Book Realm. Very little about that character. Did a Google search. Very little out there. So I don't know how big or prominent character he may be for Tim Drake, but just something I thought I'd let you guys know. So happy to have it. Love the colors. Love this cover, and I'm happy to have some Tim Drake comics in my collection. All right, next. With the old Batman v Superman movie out, I got this though when I did that whole eBay live auction. It came as a twofer, and I'll show you the other book here in a minute. But what this is Superman 75, still in the poly as you see. I never cracked it open from the eBay sale. That's a little dent there, but I don't think it didn't do anything to the color of the comic at all, which is cool. But it's the death of Superman, of course, by Doomsday. You guys may hate me. I've never been a real Superman fan, but I respect what he brings to the Trinity, to comic books. And really, what took me away from him, one, he's too goddamn powerful, man. But it's good to have a big gun like that on your team. What I didn't like is when in Injustice, he totally flipped the strip and turned bad or rogue, however you want to look at it. And he took out some pretty good characters. I actually enjoyed, man, doing an Injustice story arc. If you guys not tracking that, you can look up Comic Storian. He has a good rundown of each year. Right now, I'm thinking it's up to, if I'm not mistaken, year 5, volume 1 or 2. I forgot. I looked at it about a few weeks ago, but he does a great job telling the story. So Injustice is what kind of me with Superman, but I respect what he brings to comic books. Of course, he is what actually comic books really kind of dwell on. A lot of other action or superheroes. So I get it. I respect him. Just he's not one of my. I'm not a Superman fan. So you will see very little comic books and very little Superman comic books in my hall. But so nobody hates me. I also have the life after death for Superman too. Okay, so please don't boo me or anything crazy. But this is the first appearance, I believe, of John Henry, which comes Steel. Happy to have this book just the same. This also is a part of that eBay live auction. Like I said, both of these came as a pair. I think I paid about $10 total. All right, next. I'm not gonna show out 3 of these at one time. I'm gonna do the best I can not to make a mess of this, though. Okay, so I'm gonna take the stand down for a second, put it to the side. And what this is, I got this from the dollar bin of Second and Charles. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of it before. Did that one wrong. Should have did this one first. Got this from the dollar bin of Second and Charles. And this is the only ones I bought. They had more of them, but I only wanted these 3, of course, because it represents the Trinity, as you see. I love connecting cover comic books. I really, really do. But of course, you see it's Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Of course, the Trinity, and that's the actual name of this comic book. You have Trinity 1, Superman cover, 2, Batman cover, 3, Wonder Woman cover, and of course have their respective logos across the top. Per comic, the Superman and Batman comic were done by the same artist for the covers. That was by Carlos Pacheco, and the Wonder Woman cover was done by a Jesus Marino, and these came out in June of 2008, and of course it's by DC Comics. Love having this in my collection. There was $1 a piece. All right, moving into some good stuff. I probably should have did the Robin a little bit closer to this, but I think it'll be fine. All right. So we have here Batman number 655, first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne, and he is such a BA character. I think, man, I've been loving seeing him in the movies and reading him in comic books. This is an awesome cover. It's probably one of my favorite Batman covers too. I love all the bats. They're actually in red. Clean book. It's a couple spine ticks there, but I mean that's what the staples are from when I read it. But love this book. Came out September 2006. If you don't have it, first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne, and definitely glad to have this in my collection, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I think I'm gonna show this next. Okay. All right. This is Batman Superman number 21. I absolutely love this cover, man. It's Batman, as you see, the Joker in the middle, and of course Superman on the right. This is the 75-year Joker variant. Came out in August of 2005. And going back to what I said about Injustice, man, basically the Joker got bored with Joker got bored with Batman and decided to set his sights on Superman, see if he could have a little more fun. If you're up to date on the storyline, you know what happened there. I have not read this book yet. This came in the mail. I got some of this in the mail yesterday. Like I said, I got some of the stuff on my dollar bin at my local comic shop. So I'm just sharing with you guys. But I love this cover. As you see, it's pretty freaking awesome. All right, next, keeping with the red and blacks. All right, this is not the first print. It's the second print, obviously, of Batman number 1 of the New 52. Very happy to have this book. I was looking for a first print when I bought this one, but this actually came with two more #1 Batmans. I think it came with Dark Knight #1 and another #1 of Batman comics. I forgot the other one. So, but either way, it works out for this video to keep in true standards and the red and black. So, happy to have it. Batman #1, the new 52. All right, here we go. Next up, it looks orange in my video, but it looks red when we look at it. That's my vision off. I am kind of old, but of course you see it. This is Raphael #1 of the miniseries, where it has the first appearance of Casey Jones. If you guys are keeping up with the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie that's coming out, you know the characters playing Arrow will be the Casey Jones in that film, and I wanted something to kind of, one, I never had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book in my collection, so I wanted something that goes hand in hand with two things I like, Arrow and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, from me knowing that storyline. But I think I paid 20 or 30 bucks for this book. It's not perfect at all. It has some couple color breaking spine ticks here, but for the price, I'm not mad at all. I'm actually happy to have this book in my collection. All right. To keep it going and start the way we finish, I think this is the right book to bring out for you guys. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, #8. This is arguably the first appearance of the black SpiderMan suit. I did some research on this, and I want to read this for you guys. If you have any disagreements, please put them in the comments. But this is the research I found. It says that this comic book is the first appearance of Venom as the alien costume, of course. Spider-Man black costume first appeared, though, in Amazing Spider-Man 252, Marvel Team Up 141, and Spectacular Spider-Man 90, which are all published in May of 1984, which was 7 months before the release of Secret Wars, this comic book here in December. However, in Marvel continuity, the events of Secret Wars 8 takes place before Amazing Spider-Man 252, Marvel Team Up 141, and the Spectacular Spider-Man 90. So that does, based on continuity, makes this the first appearance of the alien costume or the black costume for Spider-Man. So you would not believe this. I found this in the $2 bin of a comic shop on a random day. Basically, I supposed to have been to work that day. I played hooky a little bit, to be completely honest. And I found out about this comic shop. It was about 20, 30 minutes away. It had a grand open, I guess, a week or two prior to that. So they were still, getting organized. And, he had a whole bunch of long boxes on these kind of fold-up tables, had a couple comic books on the walls, and a whole bunch of, magic cards all over the place. And so I'm going through all the dollar bins and $2 bins. He very nice guy, very knowledgeable. I heard him talking to the customers, very polite. And asked him, just to make sure, hey, these comic books are $1 I said, yeah, everything's on your left. There's about 4 tables with long boxes. It's $1. Everything on your right, about 3 tables, $2. So I go through the long box on the left, got a couple $1 comics, goes to one on the right, and I pull this out. And I put it back down because no way, this is in the $2 bins. No way. Somebody jacked this up. He's not gonna give this to me for $2. And I put it in my stack of books I want. I put it in the middle. And when I got to the register, he looks through it. He said, you found this over there? So I found this in the $2 bin. He said, a big sigh. You could tell he did not want to let this go for $2, and who would really? That's a pretty clean comic book, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't see any color breaking spine ticks here. Only thing I did see, you can see it right here. It's a crease in this corner. But other than that, it's a very clean book, in my opinion. And so we were looking at each other, and I could tell, but like I said, he's a very nice guy, very polite. You can tell he wanted to treat his customers right. And like I said, he just had his grand open, so he doesn't want to create a bad name for himself. So he looks at me, I look at him for a good awkward 3 seconds. He's like, it's yours, man, $2, man. Just remember to tell people about me. Of course. I said, and I did. I told other people who was interested in comic books, about his shop and that he's a, stand-up guy. So This came mine out of the $2 bin. I happen to have it. And last but not least, in true keeping of ending the way we started, and with SpiderMan, I had to pull out my Amazing Spider-Man 300. This was an eBay purchase. Um, I don't think 120. If I remember right, 120-ish for this one. Amazing Spider-Man 300, as you guys knew. This is Todd McFarlane's cover, first appearance in Origin of Venom. Eddie Brock came out in May of '88, and I am happy to own this comic book. Spider-Man was one of my first comic books I collected, and I give that guy a story. Once I start going through, some of my keys, I'll do a key video to work at me started a collecting video, something to that effect. But Spider-Man is actually, the comic book that got me going. So I'm definitely happy to have such an iconic Spider-Man book as this one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. To wrap this up, I gotta tell you something. I started recording this video, like I said, yesterday on Monday, and I was having a great day. I really, really was. Work was productive. I got home, and I'm a turn this to the left. This is all of what was at my door yesterday. So I'm like, holy crap. I got a big haul I got to pick up. And I was happy to see that. I mean, of course we wouldn't be happy. It's like, it looked like Christmas at your door, And so I was happy to see that. But I got to tell you guys a story about what happened on the weekend. I shared this with Gamma Comics already. So my buddy, he's been in the comics book for a little bit longer than me, but he only keeps a short box. He doesn't want to buy too many comic books. He wants to keep it strict to what he likes and what he loves, and those books he wants to own. So he buys kind of big books, And his girlfriend was like, "Hey, no, you're going too crazy with the spending with books or whatever, or he's doing too much time." Either way, she was getting fed up with him and comic books, point blank period. So I'm at his house. We're having a couple of beers, we're talking, and I heard a conversation going on because we're talking about comic books, and I'm telling him about my recent purchases. You see to the left, and she said, "No, what? I'm tired of this. It has to stop. You got some other responsibilities you need to focus on. It's not my household. That's my boy, but I ain't want to ask too many questions, so I'm just sitting there kind of quiet." So literally, guys, she walks up and she drops the short box at my feet, and his face goes pale, blank, however you want to call it. And she said, take him with you. I don't want to see no more comic books in his house. Yada, yada, yada. So obviously, I'm like, no, you guys talk it out, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, conversation's over. We had this talk 2 times. In short, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I inherited, so to speak. This is his short box. I don't know all of what's in here yet, but I haven't touched it all. Like I showed Gamma some a photo the other day. I was flipping through and I seen him like 1 or 2 that I just randomly picked up, and but as you see, it's not anything bull crappy in here, So, and yeah, and I feel bad for the guy, and I told Gamma. And I told him the same thing. Hey, look, man, I don't know what you want me to do, because if y'all get over this in a couple of days, I don't want to, mess up your collection. He said, man, I don't know how she is either, but she seemed pretty heated, so just hold on to him for me. So, of course, I'm holding on to him. She told me she wants something sold. If I can get something sold, it's kind of like consignment. Whatever I give him a cut. And that sounds good to me, too. So, but I plan to just at least hold on to his key books, for sure. And I'm going to talk to him through everything. So before I make any move on these books, that's kind of the reason why I really don't want to touch them too much. I want to give her a couple days to calm down. They'll talk, because if I spend hundreds to thousands of dollars on anything, I don't want somebody to tell me, hey, you got to get rid of it or whatever. I don't care who it goes to. So, like I said, me and him been friends for a while. We've been cool for a long time. And I don't want to do him wrong. So I may still do a haul of these books, because I am currently the owner of these books. But I will let you guys know, hey, these are his, and whatever's worked out. If we talk some trades or selling, then I'll let you guys know, and I kind of play middleman role or whatever. But plan for a haul to come from these books at some point. I still have to finish haul for these, do some research to put some, good stuff together for you guys. But this has been He Got Issues 6810. Again, I'm sorry about voice sound drag. This is my third time trying to get through this one. Um, Thank you very much, guys. As always, you could be watching any video around the world, but you're spending your time on me, and I appreciate that. You have a good week.